Welcome back to Tom's Garage again. Good morning. Ooh, kind of cool there this morning. But this morning, today, we're working on something kind of special. Here's two good friends. Here's something kind of special. Fella brought it to me, said his grandfather bought it. Took it home, put it in the shed. Never even put gas in it. Pow. Pow, pow, pow. It is a MTD yard machines, 21-inch, front wheel drive. He said it's never even had gas put in it. Sit in the shed. I want to see what year this thing is. From what I can tell, let me grab a jack stand. Let's spin it around here and get a good look at it. Let's see if we can get a good look at those numbers on there. Let me grab my little peeper. There's the engine serial number. You have to scan that for the model number. Let's see, from what I can tell, it is hard to read. Looks like it says a 09P, and that right there says DOM A something. It's almost impossible to read. Almost impossible to read. So what we'll do is we'll just scan that QR code right there. It is come on, you slow phone. 09 P702. So it's a 2009 model. This thing is 15 years old. Yeah. 15 years old. 15 years old. And you can tell it's been sitting in the shed. It's got vines growing in it. More vines. Oh yeah, that thing's got vines growing all in it. We're gonna pull this cover off anyway. Don't know what kind of vines those are. Okay, from what I can tell, I see a lot of surface rust, but I don't think that's from debris. Because see, the handlebars are still in transport mode. Because see, if you turn the blade, it'll hit them handlebars. You see, these handlebars are pushed all the way down as far as they'll go. See, if you're missing these things, if you let these go missing, this handlebar will slide down and it'll hit that blade. Yeah, even the blade feels like it's never been used. I don't believe this thing's ever been cranked. He says it hadn't. He says it's never been cranked, never been used. Okay, I'll believe him. He says it's never had fuel put in it. It's got something in it. Let's find out what that is. Let me grab my favorite pan and a little turkey baster. It's probably just full of condensation. Yeah. That's just pure water. Ew. Condensation. Oh yeah. Well, it looks to me like this air filter's a little bit dirty. Huh. I don't know. We're going to find out because we're going to pull this cover off, get the fuel tank carburetor pulled off, go through it, see what the state of it is, and we're going to tell. We're going to see if it's ever been run. Pull that spark plug out and see if it's black. Shoo. Well, that thing stinks. Man, it smells like old moldy, rotten mildew, something or another. He said there was a box laying on top of it, cardboard box that had rotted. And that's about what it smells like, rotten cardboard. Well, all right, let's get busy, man. Let's get this thing set up. Ooh, we're gonna put a new air filter in it. That air filter, I bet you it's rotten. I bet you take your finger and just pick it apart. Ugh. Put this back in there. All right, all right. Shouldn't take long, just pull it apart and let's go through it. Let me get it set up here, boys and girls. We're gonna check it out. See if we can get it running. It's never even had its pre-delivery inspection. It's never been set up. So, yep. Y'all hang with me. We're gonna get set up. We're gonna check it out. Check it out. All right, get your 8mm socket and your 7mm socket. Pop this thing apart. Let me grab a clamp and pull that handle back. To me, it just feels like that coil is rubbing that flywheel. No, that gap just looks awful close. Let's see, let's get these handlebars where they're supposed to be. Zip tie's broke. Go around here and grab this one. I gotta find the next hole. The struggle is real. Well, I tell you, I just don't have a whole lot of strength anymore. What I need to do is lower the table and put my foot on it. That's what we'll do. You just gotta keep pulling the bars out till you find that other hole. Instead of struggling with it like an idiot. Boy, I tell you what, I feel like you ever done something, you just feel like something's fixing to happen. There we go. Where is the hole? There it is. You just gotta make sure that nut don't fall out. Now we'll put this one in there. Pull it out. Do you see the hole? There we go. Get it all the way in. Get that cable out of the way. All right, now let's tighten this one. Let's raise it back up. Raise it back up. Yeah, I'll get the blood pumping early in the morning. Early in the morning. I don't think it's going in. There we go. By golly, it's going in now. Ooh. All right. Now that's proper. Whew. Let's check the oil. We ain't done that yet. That oil looks like it's awful low. It's not even touching the stick. It just ain't got no oil in it. Nothing. Completely dry. We'll leave the dipstick out. That way we'll know it ain't got no oil in it. Oh, let's commence to what we was doing. Let's see where you at. Get that one. All right. Change over to the 7mm meter. Get the cover off. Crankcase vent hose, take it off. And it's stuck on there. There we go. Okay. More vines. Squeeze that back on there. Okay, let's go over to the workbench. Yeah, let's go grab my favorite carburetor cleaning pan. Yay! Pow. Phew. Door panel remover tool. It's kind of hard to use on this because it ain't really nothing to pry against, really. Oh yeah, I knew that was going to be on there good. I'm going to end up breaking that plastic. Oh yeah. Let me get out here out and open. I'm going to bust my elbows on something. There we go. No elbows are injured during the making of this video. Water. Just let that be drained. All right. Still got your 7mm on there. Blow some of this dust off of it. Well, you know the bowl's going to be full of agua. All right. Yep. It's full of something. Agua. Yeah. Ooh, careful. That fella said, y'all just put some gas in it, it ought to fire right up. Sure. My carb spray's about empty. When you pull these jets out, make sure this little venturi right here don't slide out. That's what holds that in place is this. You'll see this sticking out in the back of the carburetor. Just make sure that don't slide out. Okay. Blow the water out of it. It's clean. Nothing's clogged. Yep, that can's empty. Oh, I actually hit the trash can that time. Perfectly clean. We'll put it back together. Make sure this pin don't slide out too. Make sure it's still snapped in there. And this will follow that, just like that. And make sure this thing goes all the way down. There we go. Let's see, put it back together like it was. And careful, because it's going in plastic. All right, carburetor's clean. Now let's finish cleaning this fuel tank. And it's still full of water. It ain't flowing out real good. I'll grab my turkey baster and help it. All right, let's carry this thing over to the door. We'll use Angelica's blower. Dry this thing out real good. That's pretty dry. I'm going to put a flashlight in it to make sure it's completely dry. Nope, still has a little bit of water in it. I can see a little puddle right there. Something didn't look right for a second. Yeah, there's more water in that gas cap. Get that taken off. Yeah, there you go, drop it in the water. I don't know if that's condensation or not. I think somebody's grandkid must have went in there and poured water in it. How can so much water be in something that's just been sitting like that? That's got to be a whole cup of water. Did I give you the hairy elbow again? All right. All right, let's go get some gas. That's what we need, is some nice gas. Uh-oh. Going over, trying to get some gas. But somebody wants to give me some money. All right, gonna be a gator day. Gonna be a gator day. Hiya! Gonna be a make a mess day. I called that before it happened. Well, at least we got all the water displaced. Yeah, what a mess. I shouldn't have opened that vent. Oop. Make a big old mess this morning. Let me close the vent on this gas can. That way it won't flow as fast. We'll let this thing sit for a little while and let some of that gas evaporate off of it. Yeah, that's plenty. Plenty. I need to roll this thing out there in the sunshine and let it dry a little bit. But you know me, I ain't gonna do that. Get it nice and dry, that way we can tell if it's got a leak. Okay. Put the cover back on it. Nope, can't do that yet. Dang, boy, gotta put this back on there first. Get your crankcase hose hooked up. Still got your 7mm on there, and put these two back. These two right here go into the carburetor itself. And be very gentle, because it is plastic. Plastic. Okay, now put your 8mm back on there for 5/16. And this goes into that bracket that surrounds the carburetor. It holds that stable. All right. Now we'll put the cover on it. Then we'll put some oil in it. That feller may be right. I don't think it's ever had oil put in it. Get these three here started by finger. You do not want to cross thread these because that little nutsert that's squeezed into that metal down there, it'll spin inside and you will never get it out. I've had to take all this apart and get some needle nose vice grips in there and hold that little threaded part because it was spinning. Okay, let's get some Earl. Get some Earl in it. Let's see, we'll go ahead and pull this string up there where it belongs. Right here. Yeah, I don't believe this. I believe he's probably telling me the truth. He's never cranked this thing, never used it at all, I don't guess. Just been sitting in the shed. Sitting in the shed. Grab some rag. Use the Okie oil container. The Okie jug. I'm going to pull that spark plug out too. I want to see what kind of shape it's in. I can tell if it's the original spark plug. That'll be about the last piece of evidence we can have to know that guy is true, to see if it's actually never been used or not. Looking at the bottom of the deck, it looks like it's never been used. Why in the world did I sit there and take that right there off? Some things I do around here just don't make no sense. Find a good place to set this. Now let's see where we are. Oh, that rag right there got gas all over it. Yeah. Grab another rag. Let's see where we are on the dipstick. We're still on the ad, so it was empty. That thing was empty. There's some more in it, folks. All right, we'll hold off right there. We'll hold off right there. See where that puts us. See where that puts us on the stick. Yeah, there's a data manufacturer. There's a data manufacturer right there. Let me grab my flashlight. Date of manufacturer 04/02/19. Okay. April 2nd of 19. Okay, so this thing ain't that old. That's what it says, 19. Or is that a 0? No, that's a 1. That's a 1919, okay, 5 years. Okay. The other number was the engine model number. I wasn't the date code. Oh, I put too much oil in it. I'm dead. Yeah, I put a little too much in there. It'll be all right, it'll run. We'll let it, see if that'd be good enough to see if it runs. I'll get some of that out of there. Okay, let's pull the spark plug out. Because I'm curious to see what it looks like. It is missing the muffler guard. Stuck to the spark plug. Yep, that's original. It's got Briggs and Stratton on it. Look at there. Absolutely brand new. Huh. He's right. It's never been run. That gap looks awful small. I'm gonna put it on 30. Look at there, you can't even get it on 20. Yeah, that's about 28, that's fine. Open that gap a little bit. Right back in you go. Yeah, see, it's got the Briggs and Stratton symbol. Everything looks dry on the carburetor. No leaks. All right. We'll let it down, take it outside and see if we can get it to fire. Well, let's see if let's make sure that primer's working. Shine the light in there. It's kind of hard to see. That primer's not working. That primer's not working. It's not priming. Did I put enough fuel in it? I did. I did. That primer's not working. Let's pull this carburetor back off here. That ain't good. That ain't good. Well, that ain't good. Pull on out of there. We gotta figure out why it's not priming. Is it even getting fuel? We'll check that screen again. Okay. Whole thing here fell off again. Quit falling off. All right, back up to the bench. Stay just like that, Mr. Carburetor. It's flowing. Okay. Let's take a little puff of air and see if it comes out of that emulsion tube right there. Well, let me plug that up. Yeah, it's working. But why is it not? I wonder if that bulb is bad. Or maybe it had a little clog in that circuit right there. Huh. Anywho, let's put it back together and see if it works. See, that's the little nut insert I was talking about. Don't get it so tight or cross-threaded you make that spin inside the metal, because you are in a world of hurt. There's really no way to get that cover off, and there's no way to get to that to hold it. So be very gentle. Okay. That's trying to come off again. Stay on there, boy. Yeah, it's working. Is it getting a good seal? Oh, lost it. It's working now. It's spitting pretty good. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I know my fingers are cold. It's warming up though. It's right at 50 degrees in here. Okay, let's try this again. Is it going to run? Almost got my nose running, it's so cold. Does it run, and does the self-propel work? We've already got it crying. And why does the self-propelled not want to work good? I bet you it still got water in it. I bet it do. Supposedly this is the first time it's ever been cranked, and I believe it. I believe we still got water in it somehow, somewhere, some way. Hi-ya. Boy, we ain't gonna give up on it, because I got all day. I got all day to spend with you. Let me check that belt. Belt looks pretty good. You gotta be careful sticking your finger up and stuff like that. It's been sitting. Something might bite it and not let go of it. Okay, you're off. Back off with the carburetor. I'm gonna put a new spark plug in it. I'm gonna try that first. Try that first. Yeah, let's slap a new spark plug in it. All right. All right. Make sure there's nothing laying on that table. Hey! Oh, we got water in it. We still got more water in it. I bet you we do. Bet you money. Bet you money. Well, I tell you, I'm gonna wear these bolts out. I am. Thing's never been taken apart, and it's been taken apart 15 times in the first 30 minutes. Come out of there, little screw. There you go. Well, you gotta take the mother screws out first, boy. All right. Let's see, let me dump these pans out right here. Make sure they're nice and clean, perfectly dry. Perfectly dry. And of course that's going to fall back off. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, let me lower the camera down here so you can see. Yeah. I don't really see no water in it. It's got decent flow. We'll just let that drain. Pull the carburetor bowl back off. And see what's going on in here. Yep. Still got lots of water in it. You can see it. Yep, see the little water bubbles floating around? That's what we got. We didn't get it clean enough the first time. We'll get it clean enough the 9th time. Come on, dummy, that job takes 20 minutes, boy. Can't spend all day. Yeah, I can. Duh, goes on that side. Okay. Let me grab another can of Carburetor cleaner. Carburetor. I think I'm gonna change my channel name to Carburetor. What was that Kim named me? Mr. Carb Clean? I love it. Let's carry this pan out inside and see if we got any water left. I guess whatever water was left in it drained on into the bowl. Yep, I see water there. Yep. Still has guagua in it. Guagua. I'll tell you, sometimes that water's hard to get out of there. Let's carry this back over to the door and blow it out again. Blowing it out again. By golly, that thing's just as dry as you can possibly get it. I mean, there ain't nothing left in there. Ain't nothing left in that. Go out one more time, just make sure. Nothing. Water. All right, everybody agree that's dry? Dry as a bone. Oh, see that pin just fell out? Can't let that happen. Well, there goes the needle. Make sure all this is dry. Dry. Blow this out again. Okay. Okay. Whew. Ooh, I got my hand cold. I'll tell you, that carburetor cleaner is cold. Make sure that Venturi didn't, it did. That Venturi moved forward a little bit. Had to push it back in. It did. If that thing slides forward, you won't really be able to get this back in. See? Can't get that back in because it's slid. Yep. It has not only slid, but it has moved. It has moved forward, and we're fixing to lose that pin out of that float again. So you got to make sure that hole right there lines up with that hole right there. So you got to, it's got a little tab that goes in there, and you got to put it in there just like that. Grab my needle nose. Try to hang on to it like that with the needle nose somehow, or aggravating thing. Ooh, golly, I can't feel my fingers. We'll just drop it in there. Try to see where the hole is. There it is. So it needs to spin. Needs to spin that direction. It's not wanting to cooperate. Doo-dah. Doo-dah. That hole needs to be in the bottom, and it's not. It needs to be just like that. Just like that. There we go, that's perfect. Now that goes back in. Make sure the pin hadn't moved. Put that back on like that. Pop my knuckles. All the way down. Now we'll put these screws back in it. Lordy, lordy. All right. Stick this back on. That's why I kept knocking that little piece off right there. I'm pulling the fuel tank up and it's hitting that metal piece right there. That's why that keeps getting knocked off. Okay. Change sockets again. Oh, I put the cover back on it. Get them started. Make sure ain't nothing bound up. Easy. Oh, now let's put some more fuel in it. Yeah, self-propelled didn't want to work at first. You know, if that date goes right, 2000 MA, this thing ain't but 5 years old. That belt shouldn't be petrified or nothing. Hi-yah. Plenty. Almost got it pretty full that time. Oh, I set the can back over there. Okay. Let that be filling up near the table. Okay, grab a flashlight. It should have had time to fill the bowl. Primer's working good. Let it down. Back to the door. Back back out here. I might have left something laying on that table. That's why I'm going to crank it over there again. Oh boy. Oh good. Give it a couple more little primers. Hi-ya! Well, that ain't good. I think that governor linkage is bound. So we'll take another look at it, because that ain't right. I'll tell you, this is the mower just keeps on giving, isn't it? That's all right, because we're going to get it. We're going to get him. We're going to win this one. So let me raise this up here. Pop this cover, back off again. Yep, that venturi inside that carburetor, it still ain't right. Because that's what this throttle plate is hitting. Is that venturi inside that carburetor. That's the problem. That's the problem. It is, it is. That's all right, we ain't giving up. We're not giving up, not as long as I still got 28% battery. Do need to hurry though, because I'm running out of juice. Need to run here and grab my other camera real quick. Before that one dies. See, it's not letting it. Not letting it do its thing. And of course that's going to get knocked off again. Nope, that's not what the problem was. The actual plate. When I stuck that screwdriver in there, I hit that plate. There we go. That's all it was. That's all it was. And we'll stick this back on again. That's all it was. And I just knocked it off again. Knocking it off again. Do, 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 do. Now we can get it, we can get it, we can get it. I'm gonna charge that fella about $600 for doing all this. I'm just kidding, Greg. Wouldn't do that to you. Other shops would, but I wouldn't. Oop, I just lost that screw. Well, I got it wedged in there pretty good. Grab my little booze. Come out of there. At least it sounded like we got all the water out of it. Do, 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 do. Hurry, elbow cam. All right, let's get up to the door before that camera dies. One more time, we'll be done with this. One more time. just let it sit and run. We conquered, we win. Yay! Yay! Well, all right, boys and girls, thanks for watching another Tom Lummy video. Little push mower that's never been run before. Appreciate you watching, and man, I love you guys to death. And we will catch y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be good.